we start at the beginning when you're standing with Phil in Los Angeles. He's telling you you're about to do this big adventure. What is that moment like?
Literally, it was like, I can't believe we're really doing this. When we're all standing there, we're like, it's literally, Phil, he's gonna count, he's gonna do the thing. It's terrifying.
It's like you watch it on TV so many times, and it's like you thought you'd have the feeling of how it feels at home sitting on the couch, and he's like, and go, because you're racing in your brain. But it's like, okay, like we literally need to run right now. Like, and he said, when I say go, the race is on. So you go into a different mindset. Everybody
Right.
literally, you shift into another gear that's like, oh, this is it. This is real. Here we go. So,
Like
and
exciting, but you do all the training and then you're like, oh wait, I need to do one more thing. Like, are you sure? Like, did I do everything I was supposed to do? Like, I hope I'm ready.
it's like game on. And we don't know what our competition is like at all. So just taking off from that starting line, you're running your race, but you're also evaluating who's next to you, what they're doing, what's going on. It was insane. It was like all of the emotions mixed up into one, and you're running with a backpack.
In a place you don't know where you're going.
And you don't know where you're going
Right.
or what you're doing
Nope.
or what's going to happen.
Well, what brought you to that moment? What made you want to apply?
I've been a fan of The Amazing Race since season 1, episode 1, probably before that. Our parents were super fans. They never missed a moment. They never missed a season. Never, they could tell you anything you want to know. So that used to be a show we'd watch, together. And I wanted to be on The Amazing Race since my children were in middle school. And I think I was in my 30s at that point. So I always tell people dreams don't come with an expiration date. It just so happened now it's in my 60s, but you know what? Because it's here, that means it's time. It just so happened to be at this time and space with my sister. So
I just wanted to go. I just do what she wants me to do.
she wants to go, where are you going? I'm
Right.
like, on The Amazing Race. You want to come? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like, yeah. Oh, it's like, where are you going? That's where I want to go. What do you have on? I want to wear that and I want to eat that. I want to do all of that.
She said yes. She was the
That's
perfect.
the best kind of partner who's up for it.
Right.
I'm down for whatever.
Yes. And I got to say this because she didn't have a hesitation anywhere during the entire process. That is gold in and of itself because it's a long, arduous process. And at some point, some people may have been like, I bow up. I appreciate the fact that she just hung in there and just did all the things, all the things. And I'm like, yes, we're going to do this. And it was just the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, because she moved in. As soon as it's like, okay, we're going to do this, moved in to the house. And so we like lived together for the past 6 weeks or 6 months and trained twice a day. So we were both all in.
Yeah, all in.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about training. I know you've seen the show. I know you're prepping, you're getting ready. Once you're on the race, was there something that surprised you that you didn't prep for?
Stairs. Well, I mean, I did the Stairmaster. Stairs in the rain that are marble from a Buddha was not on the bingo training card. I mean, we did all the swim lessons, puzzles,
escape rooms,
right? We
running.
did all the things. Yeah, weights, dance instructions, like different things like that. We did all of that, and seriously, like different levels were something that I like hindsight we probably could have trained on instead of, but we didn't.
Look, I'm from Florida. I have run down steps on flip-flops. I get you.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. When you said that story, I was like, I know exactly what you mean.
And I think people don't recognize, like, no, literally a flight of stairs. In Florida, there are tons of stairs, those outdoor stairs, and people go outside all the time. And so it was terrifying. And I always thought I have to be able to grip and hold on. And because everybody wears flip-flops in Florida, but you do get to the point where you just go up and down. Something like this, it was traumatic. And it was one of those things where all the doctors gasped. It's like the biggest fear when you go to a doctor and they go, like, what happened? And I never knew I never in a million years thought like that moment in that way would show up, like my biggest fear, because the water, it's almost like being in the bathroom tile, like the marble. It almost felt like that. So I was like, uh-oh, that's that thing that I don't like to do. But
it looks like you powered through. I mean, you didn't stop. You guys went together. It looked like you had the support. You guys got through it. Is this though the moment where we don't see other teams though? Is this where we fall back? Do you see other teams after you get off the
We
stairs?
saw other
So
teams.
when we were
Okay.
at the Ting Tang Buddha, there were other teams there with us.
Okay.
So where it started to kind of go awry a little bit was we took the ferry over to do the bamboo tower. The other teams had already left. They got on the ferry. They were sitting on the ferry, and when we ran up to the ferry, we were 2 minutes behind. And they were shutting the door, and we begged them with everything we had to please let us on the ferry. And she just couldn't. So
Yeah.
we sat there on the dock and watched the other teams pull away. And at that point, now the next ferry, as you see, didn't come till like
Yeah, we had to
30
wait 30
minutes.
minutes to get to the next ferry. So we knew that they were already.
So, but we still didn't give up hope because you never know what's going to happen. This is the Amazing Race. You know, someone's taxi could take a left turn instead of right. Someone could get lost, which actually happened, but and so we never focused on that. I mean, of course, we were gutted that we saw it pull away. We almost wanted to just run and jump like Mission Impossible or something. But, so yeah, that 2 minutes in Amazing Race time can be
It can be everything.
deciding factor.
Okay, so you guys know you're behind, but you're not giving up. So you did move forward. You go to the singing competition. You are still racing that whole time.
That's
Yes.
right. Absolutely. 100%.
How was that judge? She seemed pretty hard.
Girl, I was like, oh my God. I was like, don't tell me who that is. Don't tell me who that, please don't tell me who that is. We're like, I hope we didn't like insult a whole like generation of people.
It wasn't only the language, it was your facial expressions, your
The
arms,
where you
know, and it was telling a story, and it wasn't just like getting up and singing in a mic karaoke by far. So we had to do it a few times, like 5 times or so. And we're sweating and your makeup and it was the best experience ever. And yet it was the best experience ever. And it was a live band in the pit. So it wasn't even like they put on a recording, live music.
But we're going to put on our LinkedIn profiles, Cantonese opera singers. That's right.
Absolutely. Yep. Can confirm. Yep. Put it up. You're standing on the mat with Phil. You've had your highs and your lows, but now he's telling you that you are eliminated. What does that moment feel like?
For me, I literally at that first moment, I didn't know how to look at it. I felt really devastated. I was really devastated. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to stop crying. Like I wasn't sure how to put that in because of course you never picture that. But then the realism came and Lauren was like, and somebody's going to do that tomorrow and the next day. Like, that's how this works.
I don't think we ever once thought that we were going to be eliminated. Ever. Like, we didn't know where to put that feeling because that was not, in our game plan anywhere. And I think that was the biggest shock that we were one of the first teams eliminated. And I felt like, Phil was, he gave us so much love and he was a little choked up when and there's some things he, said to us that really uplifted us at the mat that didn't make it on camera. And we will forever cherish that. But yeah, you just gotta, that's life, you put it, you deal with it and we're like, okay, and we're going to move on from this. But I can still feel that moment of standing on the mat, just me, Jackye and Phil and all of Hong Kong.
It was so beautiful.
It was like a frozen moment in time. And again, that feeling of this is that moment. We knew we made it to the mat and we're having a conversation with Phil. We wanted it in a different scenario, but it's like there also still was that sense of pride. Like we did that. We did it. We did all the things that everybody else did, and we were up against some really tough teams. So it was incredible, absolutely incredible.
You did do that, and honestly, the whole lead up just to getting cast on the show is such a process, and it's so hard. So many people do not ever get cast, so that alone is an accomplishment.
I think you heard some of the teams, like the brothers, they had done it seven times. And not knowing and wanting to, it's like the biggest part about doing the Amazing Race is getting on the Amazing Race. it's so difficult, like you were saying, and how to train and do all those things. So we were able to put that. That's why it's so great when Lauren says that she's going to put it on her tombstone, like Amazing Race, because we were able to do that. Not a lot of people get that. So we want to cherish that forever. We will cherish.
Right. We were 28 people in the entire world who got to run this race on season 37. That's what
Yeah,
point.
can you sum up this whole experience that you guys got to do this together?
I think it was life changing. I feel like it's life changing, and that I again just want to live life and get out there and never not let anything hold you back. I don't want to let anything hold me back. I will always look for those moments to and opportunities to learn. And I look at fear more as excitement because I'm gonna learn something on the other side of that.
I think it's great too, like being 51 and 61, you never stop growing, you never stop dreaming, you never stop doing. And I hope that this encourages others out there to just bust through and dust off those dreams and get after it. Because as long as you wake up and you still got breath in your body, you've got the opportunity to either create the life you want or live a life you didn't even know existed. Don't let the fear hold you back or the doubt or whatever it is. It's like, look at us. We hit a button and hit submit, and now here we are. Because yes,
51 and 61, but this is the end. This is the beginning.
The beginning.
At 51 and 61, this is the beginning. So just hang on.
It's so fun.
I'm pumped up. I'm like, yeah.
Come with it, Sarah. Come on, let's go. Where are we going? Let's go.
So fun. There's so much life to live out there.
It has been wonderful just chatting with you in these few minutes. Thank you so much for your time today. It was lovely getting to know you.
Thank you, Sarah. You are lovely. We love you.
And we do love you very much.
Thank you.